Hey guys, it's Tinker Tailor here today. I didn't even say my name right. Tinker Tailor here today, and I am bringing you day 10 of the A to Z challenge. The only reason why I know what day it is because when I'm uploading shorts, I see a whole list of them and I see what number I'm up to. So now I know what number I'm up to. Like I know how to figure that out. Um, and this build was inspired by Lovelin28.sims. You will find them over on Instagram. I don't know where else you'll find them, but you'll definitely find them on Instagram. Now, I I totally lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. Um, yeah, so this built a junkyard. I finished it last night, but I only spent maybe an hour on it last night. It was mostly done. I just wanted to add some final touches to it, and I'm pretty happy with how it like turned out. And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of super fun. Um, and again, yeah, just something totally super strange, and a bit different than what I normally do. I've never done a junkyard before, and so yeah, I'm very, very excited to share that with you guys. Because yeah, like I said, I've never really done something like this before, and yeah, it was honestly me just wandering around debug going, I don't know, maybe this, maybe that. And it just, yeah, that's kind of how it ended up, was me just going, I don't know. So that's how we ended up here. Um, but it was really actually quite fun to do this build. I mean, like the inn yesterday, I wasn't feeling too hot fresh about, but this I was definitely like, yeah, no, I'm enjoying this. This is fun. So I'm very like happy to share this one. My favorite one is not tomorrow's build or the day after's, but it's the one after that, I think. The letter M. I don't want to share it just yet, but after L, you will see, and it'll be, I don't know. I'm just super excited to share it. I think it's one of the funnest builds I've ever done, but I don't want to talk about it too much now because I'll be definitely ranting and raving about that build over there. It took me like 4.5 hours, maybe 5. I don't really know. Um, I streamed it, so I know the stream took like maybe 5 hours. I also streamed this, but this stream took maybe an hour and a half. So yeah, like while this build is fun and detailed, I basically just pulled a bunch of things out and filled in as many gaps as I could, and yeah, that was pretty much it when it came to this, but I still had a lot of fun with it. Oh, I just dropped something in my keyboard. Ah. Anyway, um, yeah. I definitely wanted it to be something a little sad and dingy. I mean, it is a junkyard. It's a tip. It's a place where things get placed. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, it's definitely something that is not a place I would definitely hang out. Um, but yeah, while on stream, I was just pulling out all these random things, and I was like, these would be great as things to put in here. Um, and finally, I found an excuse to use the dinosaur. I've never used the dinosaur in a build before, and I'm so excited that I did because I feel like it would be something that's absolutely used here. Um, and I'm just really, really sort of excited about. Yeah, there's the dinosaur. It's just, yeah, I'm using so many different things in this build that I've never really used before. I mean, going through the debug menu, like, when would I have used a boat like that one? I put a few of them in actually. I've never used that dog statue before. Um, yeah, there's just a few things like I've never kind of used before, and I'm kind of really happy that I got the chance to use them because otherwise I just feel so limited and I'm not using what's a part of the game. So yeah, I'm very excited to do that. Or like to be able to have done that. Like I've never used this skull post thing before. And I've not used I don't know. There's a bunch of things I haven't used and a bunch of things I have used, and I mean, this entire boardwalk thing, never used that before. So it's just super fun to get to use items that I've never seen before, never touched before. And it kind of reminds me that, I kind of forgot that I wanted to do this, but there's a whole bunch of like debug houses and things like that, like, already in the game, and I kind of want to do a series where I kind of build based off of these debug, um, buildings. So yesterday I talked about a series, I think it was yesterday, about a series called Inspired By, and it basically is, I find builds that really inspire me or are really different, and I create something of my own, that is inspired by that. And obviously it will be named Inspired By and then whoever made it. Because obviously I want everyone to know that I did not come up with that idea. Hence why, like, all these builds, like, if I got inspired by someone to do this idea, I put their name in, like, Instagram post to try and mention them in the video, although sometimes I do forget. But all of my posts, have, on Instagram, have the people who did it. But yeah, that's one of the series is inspired by. But another one I was thinking about doing is the, building debug buildings, basically. Um, and just seeing if I can build them to equal or better standard. Equal wouldn't be too hard, better, we'll see. Um, just because there are so many cool buildings in there that I'm like, actually, that would be so much fun to actually build, to make into my own, instead of just making something boring. Oh, not boring, but like something that I usually make that's not too fantastic. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what I had a little thought about. So I'm gonna add a bunch of ideas. I kind of want to plan out, so once a month I'll have an Inspired By You video, once a month I'll have a building a debug building video, um, and you know, like a few other things. So I want to do like one really small place, one that focuses on landscaping, one that focuses on terrain. Like, I kind of want to mix things up a bit, instead of doing the same thing kind of over and over again. You know, I want to do one really clean and crisp build, I want to do one really ugly build. So just trying to get ahead and organize all that. It's more of a thought right now, and I was writing it on the shower glass last night. Like when it all steamed up, I was just using my finger to write down ideas. And then within like 30 seconds, because I had it so hot, it appeared. So I'm basically just gonna have to remember, but that's fine. Yeah, I just have a bunch of ideas that I really want to get into, and yeah, one of them is building debug houses, basically. Um, and you know, the ones that are like city storefronts, I want to do those as well. So like, there's a bunch of them that I'm like, oh, these are really cool. I really want to do these. And I think I'm just gonna go through and find the ones I want to do off camera and write them all down, and like write the name of the actual thing so I can just search it up real quick. Or even go around and place them, like get a new save file and place them all in that new save file so that I can have that, available for myself in the future, and I can kind of place them all in the worlds that I want to be, and I can just be a whole save file of rebuilding debug debug buildings, which I think would still be fun, but at the same time kind of silly. But also, all of the worlds would have their own debug buildings, so that kind of makes it a little easier for me. But obviously, like Newcrest and whatnot, I'll put in some of my own, like put in some of the spare ones, I guess, that didn't fit into the worlds. I don't know. There's a lot of lots and a lot of worlds, and that's just a thought that's popped into my head right now. So I don't know. Let's see if that works. Let's see if I actually do that. And if I do it like once a month, that save file's going to take forever to be published. But I'll probably do a bunch of it behind the scenes and share it before all the videos are even out. But that's okay. But yeah, the whole thing of this build was just basically cluttering. Now I don't know if y'all have seen the Clutter Wars, which is going on at the moment. It is a competition over on, I guess, Instagram and Twitch. Um, it's mostly Twitch, I think. Where there's a house, and each week contestants get a new room, and they have to clutter it, and keep into the theme that they started with at the start, and they have to use certain items and all this other stuff. And then yeah, the voting is over on Twitch, but this build reminded me of that because it's just like trying to get everything to fit in and make sense, and go with a theme and not just shove things in. I think watching that series a little bit has definitely helped, because some of my friends that I've made over on Twitch are participating in it, and sometimes I get to watch them do the builds, and it's so super fun to see how much detail they put in. And um yeah, just being a part of it is really, really cool. I mean, I'm not a part of it, but watching it from afar is really, really cool, because then I don't have to be stressed about a competition. But say watching it from afar, like I'm not watching the people involved, like doing their builds, is really cool, and I love it. Like I see some people doing it like 2 days before it's due, and they're like, yeah, it's fine, I'll get it done. And then I'm like, 2 days before it's due, like that's insane. I couldn't be a part of a competition. That couldn't be me. But hosting a competition, yeah, that's definitely something I want to do. Like that's no joke. I've got an idea, and I just want to reach out to a few people and ask them some questions to see if they would want to be involved, in either uh judging or taking part. Um, so yeah, I definitely want to get that idea out into the world, because I think it could do really well. But I've got to get through this first, and I've got to make sure I can fit it in between this and the next challenge, which is the A to Z challenge, which will be in July. So yeah, if you want to take part in this challenge, 26 weeks, and you build a new letter each week, absolutely feel free to take part in it. It is a lot, but if you start now, I'm sure you could get through like at least half of them, and then at the end of the year, whatever's due in December, I just say post it before I stream the results. Basically, like basically do it before November. November? That's not. Do it before the start of February. I don't know where November came from. Um, yeah, no idea where November came from. But basically, yeah, there's a stream it. I'm streaming it. You build. If you want to take part, you just have to do the last 4 builds before the start of February. I don't even care if you do it into December. No, that's the wrong one. January. I don't understand how I keep getting these months so badly mixed up. Um, anyway, uh, yes, the Days challenge. Yes, no. I did host it on Instagram, and I think I'm gonna partially host it on Instagram again, but I'm definitely gonna host it over on Discord, just because at least then I will be able to collect all of the builds. Um, there's no way I can miss them, because you can just put them in the channel and they'll be there. Um, and I'm very, very excited to do that. I think I might start setting it up behind the scenes, because there'll be a lot of work to do. And yeah, I don't know. It'll be very fun and exciting, and I think I'm gonna adjust it slightly, just because I had it on Sunday for me, but that actually made it an annoyance for me to upload other things. So I'm gonna try and adjust it, change it around a little bit, and then yes, we will have a really fun challenge, hopefully. Um, yes, but now at this point here, we are no longer in the part that was streamed. This is the bit I did last night, hence why the little follower count at the top disappeared. And I didn't even procrastinate this. So the inn yesterday, I procrastinated for so long, and that's why I ended up being so late for it. Like seriously, like it was sun up when I started it. Like when I could have started it, it was like well, I wouldn't say way before dinner, but it was before dinner. We're in summer, so the days are longer here. Um, yeah, so the sun was up, and I was like, yeah, I could start it now and like get halfway through it, have dinner, come back, finish the rest of it, and maybe even record the video tonight. And then I just didn't. And I've been recording videos day of because of some of that stuff. But I've got a whole bunch of the builds done, so now I'm up. The next build I have to start is the letter O, which I'm super excited about, because it's kind of what I did last year, but not quite. Trying to make it a little bit different. I might even use the same lot just because of the idea I have, but I want to make it very different. But anyway, yeah, I'm definitely feeling a lot better now that I've gotten ahead, and now that I got a little spreadsheet, and when I finish things, I just put in that I'm done, and then it updates for me, and it tells me that I'm now 39% done. If I include this video, yeah, 39.5% done. And technically, if I just did like, I don't know, maybe an hour's more worth of work, I could probably get up to 45%. I know it's not a lot, but that's pretty much halfway done in terms of certain things. Like I can't speed up the streams or the preparation because people still need to vote, but I'm doing alright. Like I'm doing pretty well. I think we're doing alright. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling a lot less stressed, especially when it was saying like, like 8%, 15%, and now I'm at 39%. So yeah, I feel a lot less stressed because I'm making progress. I can see a dent in things. Um, it really does help me to visualize my progress and the percentage done. Because otherwise I'd be super stressed because I'd be like, I'm only up to J and I haven't done a lot of things and blah blah. No, you've done quite a lot. You've got all of the screenshots for your posts and thumbnails for up until the letter N. You've done recordings for all your shorts and reels. And you've obviously done all the builds, so now you just have to do the videos. Like you're like halfway through each of those letters. So, it makes me feel like I'm close to finishing a lot of things. And I love that feeling because it feels like I have a lot of dominoes lined up and I just start knocking them over. Well, I knock one over and then it just, well, you know what dominoes do. So yeah, I'm very, very excited. And I've only got one more assessment done. I was supposed to start it yesterday and then I decided to take the day off and just do sim stuff instead. And I'm so glad I did because now I'm so less stressed that I can just get in and get these things done and just so much less stress. So yeah, you can probably hear a difference between me now and me like, I don't know, a couple videos ago of being like, oh, I just have to finish this assessment and then do this and do that. No, I'm so stressed. And now I'm like, yeah, I did it. Got one more assessment to do, but that's fine. I don't care. I'm happy. Let's go. Which is pretty much how I feel. Like I can feel the stress levels just greatly reduced. And I definitely am, well, trying to sleep better. I definitely would have slept way better last night if my cat didn't decide to jump up on my leg and then sleep directly on top of it and wake me up because of how heavy she was purring. And then I needed to roll over, but she was laying on the leg that I needed to move. So I softly just flipped her over onto my other leg and kind of laid, I don't know, it was really, my legs had to be at weird angles to have her laying in between. And then she was like, excuse me? And then she wanted me to get up to let her out. So, yeah. And then I really had to go to the toilet. Ugh. I would have had a good sleep if it weren't for that, but I will take snuggles with my cat any day and be disturbed and woken up and having to pee and whatnot any day over not. Just because even though it's slightly frustrating to be disturbed, it gives me such a serotonin boost even when I'm sleeping. Like I went back to sleep and I had good dreams. I don't really remember what I dreamt before, but I had good dreams afterwards. Sometimes I just have weird dreams, but when I'm with her, she gives me good dreams, which is good. I like good dreams. But anyway, we have definitely now moved inside. Now we're back outside. Cool. No, we're inside. This is supposed to be like the little office where you come in and you say, "Hey, I've got like this rubbish and I want to pay for it." Like you got to pay to dump here. And then they take that money and they use it to try and recycle as much as they can. That's what I've decided. So that's why there's a bunch of like cars and boats and things like that underneath this shipping container office. It's because they want to make it like they want to keep those things and have them be usable and sell them on again to kind of recycle as much as they can. And you know, obviously the rubbish they're gonna get rid of, but yeah, I don't know. Kind of fun trying to like put a bunch of random stuff in here, and this stuff is kind of like, okay, no, this is really good quality stuff. We'll keep it. We'll like fix it up ourselves and sell it or donate it to like people in need. And so I just kind of really wanted to have a bunch of things that they were like, no, we'll actually use this and keep it. Like the couch, maybe they were like, yeah, we'll keep it, clean it up and use it. Oh, like, sorry, sell it. But then they found actually we can use it in here. Well, yeah, we'll keep it, we'll use it. The business can happen now. So yeah, I don't know. There's just like a lot of things in here that they're trying to keep and maintain so that they can go on to then sell it. But then there's obviously a whole bunch of rubbish and junk that they're trying to get rid of. So, you know, the dude who came with the 1,000 bottles and the rubbish bags, they're really appreciative of him having his rubbish in a bag and not just being opened. But at the same time, they've got rubbish bags here that have been opened and spilled. So they're kind of like, what do we do with those? So they're trying to come up with an idea to how to take care of rubbish bags so that animals don't get into them. Yeah, it was just a little interesting build to come up with, and I didn't really necessarily have to come up with ideas of the people who work or live here or anything like that. It really felt natural to do this build, so I'm pretty happy with it. But definitely let me know your thoughts and feelings down below of this build, if you like it, if you hate it, if you would work here. I reckon it would have maybe slight bad smell, and it would be just enough to bother me. I don't like germs. I don't like bad smells. I have this fear that they're getting into my lungs, like the germs are getting into my lungs, and then they're gonna get into my bloodstream, and I'm gonna get really sick. Yeah, I don't like bins or rubbish or anything like that. But yeah, definitely let me know your thoughts down below. Would you work here? Would you not? Would you, I don't know what the word is, like, recycle junk here? Would you do like a trash and treasure type thing? And if you enjoyed this build or this series, but that is pretty much it for this. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.